I'll take it. Car that's already set up at its house. So we do technically have a vehicle. I guess now it won't appear at our house. I don't know. I don't really care. I'll just steal a car. What just happened? Wait a minute. That thing just appeared out of nowhere. What the fuck? Oh, he's already going down. Okay. What? Does that count as a one shot? Is that?
Still beats a good day working, my pa always used to say.
What is this thing in my mouth? And why do I have the feeling I'm not the first person to use it?
I'll explain that in a while. Let's start with the basics for now. Elk senses are razor.
What the fluff? What the hell? Did I just get attacked by a cougar? What? Freaking wild cougar just freaking mauled me.
Really funny.
Oh, and I found another
same
thingy.
joke in Betty's chat earlier.
Oh, then that's lame.
Wow, that had some blowback. Okay. Just exploring this area. I'll just head back with what I got, make some better stuff, and come back down here for more. Oh! Why?
So close.
What the fuck? He fell out of the sky.
I didn't mean it. I got shit on my penis.
Oh, that should have killed him.
Shit on my penis.
That shouldn't have happened.
And I'm dead. I'm alive. And I'm dead. And I'm alive. Now I'm definitely dead. What the hell?
That's a team up there.
We're gonna die.
But we're gonna die in a blaze of glory.
Ready? Huh.
Hands up, above your head.
Right behind you, Spun.
The other one. Fuck it. Here we go. Ah!
You failed me, Cap. You failed me.
I was literally pulling out the mirror to look underneath. You failed me so bad, Captain. She kicked the freaking door up and in.
At great expense to my sanity. I don't know. Where are you?
Alrighty, guys, how's it going? How you doing, Biggie and Chad? How you all doing? We are starting off with the news before we jump into our session of Destiny. It's not too crazy, so this shouldn't take too long. But there are some interesting things here. Let's see. Let's get our screen up. Let's see. Yes, there we go. All right, right off the bat, we got Jason Schreier, reporter for Bloomberg News, who made use of the appearance on Spawnwave to inform audience that Horizon Online is Guerrilla Games' next product. He explained PlayStation's live service initiative was no joke. Everyone was like, it's a live service game all around. Horizon is one of the few ones that hasn't been canceled. A lot of people are working on that. Simon Luch is the online game director at Guerrilla Games. He was most recently working on an unannounced title, and the chances of it being Horizon Online are very high. So we might have Horizon Online coming. I don't know what that's going to entail. I don't know if that'll be the third installment or its own universe. No clue. But apparently that might be on its way. Following that news, we have more PlayStation news. PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 users experienced massive outage on PlayStation Game Network. That started on Monday night. The overall outage lasted for around 8 hours. During the outage, players couldn't sign in, play multiplayer games, or play single-player games that needed to connect. What? Oh, great. Or play single-player games that needed to connect and sign in online first. Offline games were seemingly unaffected. Attempting to launch a game previously brought up PlayStation 5 error code WS116522-7. An associated web page from Sony tells me that the system software is the update fail. Sony hasn't announced the cause of the outage and barely acknowledges it even happened across social accounts. Yeah, they gave us they fixed it, but they haven't announced anything. They haven't said anything. They haven't even acknowledged it existed. They're like keeping super quiet about it because it doesn't even make sense because they're taking heat all over the place. Probably not a good idea to do that, but it is what it is. Coming soon to Game Pass. Here's what we got. This is as available as of me speaking this now. MLB The Show 24 on console. Open Roads on console. And Sifu on cloud, console, and PC. Then we have Mad Streets on cloud and console and PC coming out tomorrow. Inscription coming out on the 10th. Cloud, console, and PC. And then we have, this is currently available as well for Game Pass Ultimate and PC game players. All You Need Is Help on cloud, console, and PC. Legend of Mana, cloud, console, and PC. Trials of Mana, cloud, console, and PC. We Love Katamari Roll plus Royal Reverie, cloud, console, and PC. The Game Pass Ultimate perks include Multiverses MVP Pack 3, EA Sports FC 25 Welcome Pack, X Defiant Combat Pack, and leaving as of the 15th of this month will be Dyson Sphere Program on PC, Everspace 2 on cloud, console, and PC, From Space, cloud, console, and PC, F1 Manager 23, cloud, console, and PC. They're probably making room for the 24 one, and Scorn, cloud, console, and PC. That is your Game Pass news. Next, let's see here. We have some Epic news here, which is great news, actually, for me, if I can ever finish making this game that I'm trying to make. Epic Games will drop royalty fees from 5% to 3.5% for developers that release eligible Unreal Engine games on Epic Game Store at the same time as other mobile, console, or PC platforms. What? Whatever. Guys rushing me. Called Launch Everywhere with Epic, the initiative goes live on January 1st of 2025. Will apply to all platforms and stores where you offer your games, including console. Epic clarified that the royalty rate will revert to 5% if you offer your Unreal Engine game on another PC or Android store and do not offer it on the Epic Game Store for the corresponding platform. Epic said in a press release, with the huge pressure on margins across the game business, we are improving our engine in store terms further to help you reach bigger audience with more developer-friendly terms. Really smart on their part. Like, they're trying to really capitalize on this Unreal Engine 5 like trend that's kind of happening, because it is kind of a really easy engine to work with compared to all the other ones. And they're really trying to capitalize on that by making people release on their store on top of that and get more people like into making more games, because they win either way, you know what I mean? Like, they get royalty fees regardless. So following that news, we have some weird Steam stuff. German regulators have specified that all games must have a rating in order to be sold to customers in Germany starting November 15th of 2024. Steam no longer displays games to customers in Germany if the games are missing a valid age rating, which just entails completing a Steam questionnaire. So basically, you just have to complete a Steam questionnaire, and all of a sudden, basically, it's not like the ESBR, okay? It's just you saying what you think the game is aged.
Better to come in the sink than to sink in the cum.
What? I guess? This might be true. Okay. We got some news from the Star Citizen developers. Cloud Imperium Games, the developer of Star Citizen, has mandated its developers to work 7 days a week to meet deadlines for CitizenCon on October 19th. An internal email sent to staff yesterday states that the company needs to double down over the next 18 days to make sure that once again we create an amazing experience for our community. This includes finalizing patch 3.24.2 for Star Citizen and having Squadron 42 demo showcase for Chapter 1. The company mandate states all staff are to be in the office on Friday, October 4th, Friday, October 11th. Typically, those are work-at-home days. All staff are to be in the office on Saturday, October 5th, and Saturday, October 12th. For these days, the company will provide breakfast and lunch, and staff are receiving company toil, time off in lieu, which can be stored and used for time off at a later date. All staff are also to work on Sunday, so October 6th, and Sunday, October 13th. Same situation. For these days, same thing. Insider Game understands that the recent mandate is the latest of slew of ridiculous requirements imposed on its developers due to mismanagement, leading to some leaving the company entirely. However, 11 minutes after Insider reached out, another internal email to staff read, "I want to really thank everyone who is putting extra time over the next 2 weeks. It will really make a difference at CitizenCon. We will show our very best to show our appreciation all those who will be in the trenches with us over the next couple of weekends can have Monday the 21st of October on the company as a free holiday. This hopefully will give a little break to everyone to rest after our long CitizenCon weekend and drive towards it." I have mixed feelings about this. Like, it's wrong for companies to mandate this. Like, they're basically being asked to work 14 days straight. No days off, which is not ridiculous. Like, I understand sometimes there's crunch and things need to get done. It is a little ridiculous to impose it, to mandate it, to force it. But there's nothing wrong with asking people to do it and then offering a nice little reward, which they are kind of giving them something. It's just, it's wrong that they're mandating it, you know? And I've seen this happen in other companies as well. Like Amazon, for example, does this, is notorious for doing this around holiday seasons. Usually it's only 1 day, though. It's not 7 days. And most Amazon workers only work 4 days a week anyway. But yeah, like, it's crazy. It's crazy that they're trying to get them to work that much like no days off at all for 14 days. Like that's rough, man. That's really rough. Oh, let me refund that to you, Snow. It seems the bot was not activated. It is now though. But how you doing? Next up in the news we have, moving on from there, some Suicide Kill the Justice League news. The third season is here. And
Sheesh, talk about a life or death situation.
Right?
Reminds me of that one time I got the death note.
I Oh god. I am well getting food right now. I feel that I'm actually like eating a grilled cheese sandwich on the side while doing this. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League third season is here, but its Steam debut has failed to entice players back into the game. Surprise, surprise. Season 3 debuted on October 1st, bringing new player character Zoe Lawton, no clue who that is, with it. This season also lands players back in Gotham, but not as we've seen it before. However, it seems not many players are really interested in seeing this version of DC's iconic city. According to SteamDB, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League had 24-hour player peak of just 248. That is a oof. Like that is rough. We're not talking thousands. We mean 248 was their peak. That is kind of sad. On many levels. That game. There's no way that game survives until like they have to be shutting this down soon, right? Like I can't see this thing surviving for much longer. Next up, we have more Sony scummy news. Since they're very scummy company lately for some reason. Sony's controversial PlayStation Network requirement for its PC games is once again in the spotlight after the company delisted the original Zero Dawn on Steam and on Epic Store and added a PSN requirement to the upcoming single-player remaster. This week fans noticed the original Horizon Zero Dawn, previously available to buy in all countries where Steam is accessible, was delisted from Epic Games Store and then from Steam itself. The Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition Steam page remains alive, but the game itself is unavailable for purchase. In its place is the option to pre-purchase Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered or buy its sequel, Forbidden West. In recent Steam reviews for the Complete Edition of Zero Dawn, whoops, I did a copy paste wrong. Now countries unsupported by PSN can't buy this game anymore, whether it's the non-remastered version or the remastered version. It seems likely that the Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered will suffer from review bombing when it goes on sale on Steam on October 31st. It seems unlikely that Sony will reverse its course, having suffered a backlash from PC games to pretty much all its Steam releases since Helldivers 2 went on sale. It's worth noting that Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition is still available on GOG. There it's DRM free with no activation or online connection required to play. So if you haven't played this game, best place to buy it is on GOG. Sadly. Because now you have to wait till the 31st. Because that's the even sadder part about it. You can't even buy this game right now. Like, the remaster doesn't release till the 31st. So you can't even buy it today and play it today if you don't own it already. And when it does release, if you're one of the unfortunate people in a country where PSN is restricted, you won't be able to buy it, period. So that game just got removed from your library. Like, not library, but it got removed from, like, accessibility, basically. GOG, I guess, is the only option. I'm assuming GOG is available everywhere since it's DRM free. Oh my god, the cheap viewers. Why? Why you do this? Go away, bots. Why are we getting so many of those lately? What the fluff? Next up in the news. Oh wait, we already did that one. We are on the last bit of news. There we go. And for our last bit of news, this is actually some nice news here. From October 11th to the 13th, Games Done Quick will be holding a disaster relief done quick event to help support those who have been affected by Hurricane Helen. Donations during the event will go to direct relief. So, that is nice that they're doing an extra one there for that. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. They always have good charities on that. And that does it for the news. We're going to be jumping into some trailers now. But VPN, I mean, yeah, there are ways around these things, like VPN, like you said. But I'm just saying, in the legit way, what they basically did is, like, shut people out in a way. And it's, like, over 100 countries, too. What list are you talking about, by the way, Chaos? It includes the likes of Japan and the Isle of Man as the island between Great Britain and Ireland. Funny that the game's people are doing that. His government says no money. Sorry. 3 days later, after they cough up 160 million plus for Lebanon aid. I'm not sure what you're trying to say, kids, because, like, Sony's from Japan. So that wouldn't... There's no way Japan would be... not have the PSN network. I don't cry because I can download DOA Beach Volleyball. I get to VPN and download it anyways. Well, okay then. Let's jump into some trailers here.
You are the future.
Our first game, right after this ad, there we go, is a game called Aletta. There we go. I like what they did. It's a charming little game. It's almost got like a Zelda style, 3D Zelda style to it. But it's its own little thing. I love that they have like physics. Guy like falls down the stairs and everything. Like, that's great. Next up, we have another game called Keep Driving. Yep, there's more. Kind of interesting. It reminds me of kind of like a little story, click adventure type of game. Intriguing. Next up, we have looks like another DLC for New World. I'm always interested in seeing these because, like, I have no clue what's happening in this game. Not a clue.
They say no one lives forever. I thought the same once, before I found this place. This impossible island hiding in the dark of distant seas. Where your destiny is not determined by others. These shores of endless opportunity. Of glory won in battle. Ancient power mastered anew. This wild land of unimaginable danger. They say no one lives forever. But they have not laid eyes on a turnip. So tell me, when you find this place, when you take up your blade, learn your true power. What will you do with eternity?
Nice. No clue what's going on in that game, though. Still cool, I guess. Next up, we have a little roguelike that's been looking really good called Windblown. The DLC for New World. It looks like there's more DLC coming out. Is what that is. It just it looks like it's trying to also entice people to play because I know they're surviving, but their player count's not amazing. It's better than Suicide Squad at least. I'll say that much. I looked okay, but I saw some people playing it. It still put me off as it's close to FF14. It's a bit more action combat-y. It's more like Guild Wars, I'd say. Like, literally more like Guild Wars in every possible way. In terms of like combat and all that stuff. Like, it has the same like, choose these weapons. These are the skills you get with the weapon. Here's like 4 or 5 skills that you can use. I know maybe you might be confusing with another game that recently came out from Amazon called Throne and Liberty. If you've seen it, it's essentially much more prettier looking World of Warcraft, which I'm not gonna lie, looks really good. I've never was bothered by the style of Final Fantasy. Like, sure, I like action combat, but I have nothing against tap target combat. It's more of like, I'm not up to the idea of paying for a subscription every month. Like, I'm sorry, but no. Things are too expensive nowadays for that. Yeah, that looks good. As far as a roguelike goes. It's pretty good. But Throne and Liberty might be something to maybe check out in the future. I don't know if I'm going to jump on it now because it's like the new hotness that just came out. And servers are filling up like crazy. And eventually that's going to calm down, and then eventually you'll be able to actually get onto servers with your friends. So I think I'll wait for a while. Maybe next year I'll look into it since the year's like coming to an end anyway. And maybe it'll be better then to like maybe check out, jump in. It's free to play, and that also kind of turns me off a lot sometimes, just because like these microtransaction games tend to be really, really bad. And I'm afraid to see what Amazon did there. I'm hoping they did the same thing that they did with Lost Ark, where like there's no actual content exclusions, and it's pretty much for the most part cosmetic and battle passy. I'm hoping for that, but you never know with these free to play MMOs. A lot of times they end up screwing you on like vault space and stupid things like that. So we'll see. Like Star Wars is a perfect example. You could literally play that entire game. It's not like Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 has like a level 60 cap for free to play, and then you have to jump on the subscription. Star Wars lets you play the whole game completely free. However, you're limited on what kind of loot you can equip. You can't equip any of the good loot. You can only equip common loot, and vault space is limited. Like, it's so ridiculous, some of the things that they have in Star Wars. It's like they force you to play premium if you want to have like a good experience, or else you're playing handicapped the entire time. It's terrible, and a lot of free to play games do stupid things like that. If anyone remembers Rift, the MMO that came out around the same time as World of Warcraft, like that was free to play, but if you didn't have premium access, you couldn't use the auction house. You didn't have a vault, and a bunch of other little stupid things. It was just so ridiculous, some of the things that these companies do. But I digress. The next trailer is Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, which I'm kind of pumped for this, because like it's Budokai Tenkaichi basically, which is like the best Dragon Ball Z franchise ever.
Go ahead and
I love it too, because they have like, as much as I'm really not interested in Dragon Ball Super, which I'll have to like do eventually, they have like all the Dragon Balls in here, all of them, the GT, the Super, the Z. They have like all the characters. There's over 100 characters in the game. That looks so good. That looks so good. I'm not gonna lie, I am totally on a nostalgia buff when it comes to that game.
You're an asshole, man. You are what you eat, Sonic. What the hell, man?
Wow. Wow, Sonic. Alright. Next up is our final trailer of the day. Here is Blood of Mahiran, which I can't wait to see actual gameplay on this, because this is like people that I've never heard of, their own like studio, I guess. But it's a good looking trailer.
The sword is not easily set aside.
So right off the bat, you guys tell me if you guys see this or not, but the entire time I was watching this, I just kept getting reminded of Prince of Persia. This looks like someone decided to go and make their own Prince of Persia, because nobody's making Prince of Persia.
The sands of fate. Death is always close in the city of sand and blood.
Yeah, just keep watching, man. Tell me if you guys don't get the same vibes. The thing is, like, I need to see gameplay. Like, this is cool and all that, but like, I need to see gameplay. Like, none of this is gameplay, though. None of this.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Don't worry, Your Highness. We'll be better acquainted soon.
No! No!
Oh my god. I don't know why so many of them keep popping up now. Did Twitch stop doing something about those? Like, I felt like for a good while they disappeared. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Alright, and that does it for news and trailer time. That wasn't too bad. 35 minutes. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of crazy stuff happening today. I am now going to switch off. We're going to jump into some Destiny 2. Anyone who wants to join in, welcome to. We are doing tonight a chill, like, grind session.